Hey, what's up, champions? Welcome to Growth Mode. I'm your host, Donnie Bovine. I'm the CEO and founder of Success Champions, and I've spent freaking over 2 decades in the sales game and a little over 3.5 years now growing 5 companies and learning how to be a business owner and scale. Hanging out with me, as always, is the knucklehead and friend Kevin Snow, who is the badass behind all of our sales automation and is a sales automation and tactician genius. I don't know what else he does, but he does that for us. But so, Kevin, what the hell are we talking about today?
Well, I run Success Champions.
Oh, is that what it is?
So today, Donnie, hi everyone. I want to talk about strategic partnerships and what they actually are, because I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about what a strategic partnership is, and then why it's really important for your business to have them, and if we have time, how you find them.
So, flip the script on it, Kevin. Define what's a strategic partnership for us.
Well, in my world, I have what's called my special operations team. I have this group of
Oh, yeah,
badass.
no, that's wrong. No, that's just wrong. Go.
It's this group of badasses. They all have their own businesses, and they all do things that I don't. But they all do things that my clients need. And they're people that I've used with multiple projects. I've strongly vetted them. And they are the people when my client says, hey, or I'm working with a client and we identify we need a specific thing, that I bring in with absolutely zero concerns that they're going to screw up my client.
Yeah.
So for me, a strategic partnership is that step beyond referral partner. A referral partner for me is I send business to. I trust them, but not at the same level that I do my strategic partners.
Yeah, so I love that definition. It's solid. I think that's phenomenal for your internal strategic partners. I put strategic partners in a little bit different definition, but it's the same concept. For me, strategic partners are outside people that we're collectively going after clients together. So it's similar to what you're saying. You're oftentimes working with a company and they say, I need XYZ services, and you have your strategic team go through. I'm just putting that out the front a little bit more and saying, and you're doing the same thing. I'm just saying it better than you said
it. You're saying it differently, not necessarily better.
But really, it comes down to a strategic partnership, by definition, and I love your kind of original definition, it's an elite group of badasses that are all collectively moving forward, and you guys get known as that team that is going to open doors for each other, because we know that, like, I can refer Kevin to anybody and not even worry about it. Now, I may worry that he gets too nerdy sometimes, but other than that,
no, that's not true. You worry that I'm not going to do your stuff.
Well, that's true. That's why I quit, introducing the people. But, but that's the thing is, you need to find these people that know your talent and skill set. You know their talent and skill set, and without any thought, ideas, or anything, you're willing to bring each other into deals, clients, introductions, and everything else. I mean, I think that kind of sums up my better definition of strategic partners, and whatever Kevin said.
I think if you're not watching the video, I just had a huge eye roll at Donnie. So check us out on YouTube.
I think he was flirting with me, but I wasn't sure.
No, I wasn't batting my eyelashes. I was rolling my eyes.
Oh, got it.
Different thing. So I think a key part of that whole strategic relationship, strategic partner thing is that you're actively promoting each other. And you're consistently trying to figure out, all right, so how do we get into businesses together? You know, a referral partner can just be in your network, and they're that person that when someone says, hey, who do you know that's a plumber? Oh, I know this guy. But a strategic partnership, you're actually looking at, all right, so how do we cross promote? How do we do things together to position ourselves as a solution for our target markets? And I think that is a key differentiator from just the you know, what a lot of people think of a referral partner is.
For sure, for sure. And you know, to put it in play is before I launched all my companies, a lot of you guys who have listened or followed me for a little while know that I work for an organization called Sandler Training, phenomenal sales training organization. And in doing that, I ran a couple of networking groups out of Fort Worth, Texas, and this is where I first stumbled on this idea of strategic partnerships, but we call it a board of directors. And I wrote about it in the book, Endless Stream of Referrals, that you can find on Amazon. Do you like that shameless plug? Mm-hmm. But what we used to do is I had 5 or 6 guys and gals that were all in hard-hitting industries. So I had a wealth management person, a commercial insurance, a copier and fax company, telecom company, and a beverage company that went in and sold coffee, tea, water, and everything. And we were all going after the same size and type of clients. What we would do inside this board of directors, aka strategic partnerships, is we would sit down once a month at minimum and strategize of what companies we wanted to work with and go after, and get very, very focused on, you know, who was going after who. And the idea behind it was simply, if one gets in, you try and bring everybody else in. And we used to do silly shit, man. I mean, there would be oftentimes we would try and schedule our appointments to be in the same day within hours of each other if we could, with different people in the companies. And we would find ourselves purposefully walking down the same hallway of a prospect's building. And as we're passing each other, like, hey, so-and-so, great to see you. I didn't know you were in here. And then now we're meeting people cross departments and getting introductions and going deep inside of a company, because now as this, you know, relationship blossoms, you know that without a shadow of a doubt, you can bring these people in. They're going to help make you look good. You're going to make them look good. And you're going to do a lot of business together. And that entire idea, you know, helped bring a ton of revenue. And Kevin and I have built that out with everything that we do here. I refer him to everybody, and he doesn't refer me to anybody. I mean, well, he does. I take that back. What he does is say, let me tell you about Donnie before I introduce you.
Yeah.
These are the things you need to know.
I do have a pre-prepared disclaimer statement when I'm introducing Donnie.
So, but you know, I think that's the thing is, and you know, to talk about how would you put one of these together, you know, it really comes down to who is already working with, or their key target base. They already have the clients you want to be working with, or they're going after the same or similar size targets that you're going after on a regular basis. You know,
I think part of it is
then understanding.
Sorry. I think part of it is also helping each other understand who or what the trigger is for that relationship. And
what do you mean by trigger?
So, let's use a realtor, for example. Oh, actually, let's use a chiropractor, because then I can talk about you. A chiropractor does a specific type of health service. It's readjusting muscular, skeletal systems and everything. But there's usually a trigger event that will require someone to say, "Oh my God, I need a chiropractor." So, for example, falling down the stairs is going to cause someone to say, "Oh my God, I hurt. I need to see someone and get something done."
Did you really have to use the whole falling down the stairs?
Yes, I did.
So just so you guys know, I avoided fucking chiropractors because they were fucking voodoo doctors, and I didn't think their stuff was real. And if you're ever in Fort Worth, Texas, and you're looking for a badass chiropractor, Dr. Tanner is just a beast. But 3 o'clock in the morning. One of my dogs needed to go out with Senior, and she wasn't getting down the stairs really quick, but she really needed to get outside. So I tried to pick her up, this 35, 40-pound dog, and go down the stairs. Well, she wiggled. I was half asleep. I go to set her down gently so I don't land on her, and in process, feet came out. I slid down a set of stairs. Thought I broke my freaking ankle, and I didn't want to go see a traditional doctor and go through all that crap. So Doc Tanner reached out and says, I specialize in foot and ankles. So I crawled damn near on my hands and knees into his office, and he had me up and walking within an hour. So that's why he's busting my chops about falling down the fucking stairs.
But I had to. Real life examples are always better than me just making things up. But the key point is that you've each understand the trigger points and the trigger events that cause. For me, the trigger event is someone isn't closing sales, or someone isn't using a CRM effectively, and it's screwing up their reporting system, or something like that. But your partners need to be able to have those conversations and uncover that trigger event is occurring, so that they can then introduce you.
Yeah, I love that, and knowing specifically what the trigger words are, proactively what to be on the lookout for. So like literally this morning, in our Cincinnati chapter, a gentleman's there, and his company really specializes in marketing research and demographics and better understanding your customer base. And Lisa, who runs that chapter, looked at him and said, okay, tell us specifically who you need to get to. And he goes, I need people that run marketing agencies. Just that phrase, I need marketing agencies. I'm like, well, hell, you need to meet Carla, who's in our Albuquerque chapter. You need to meet Tim, who's in our Chicago chapter. And I dropped my LinkedIn, profile to him, and then we linked up on LinkedIn, and I made those introductions for him quickly. So that's the power of having actual trigger words. Is if you know what your strategic partner's trigger words are, you can more proactively listen for them when you're in conversations and stuff.
So how do we find strategic partners, or how do we take existing referral partners that we're kind of doing stuff with and turn them into a real strategic partner?
Well, I first thing is you got to find badasses. And what I mean by that is if you're going to go through the people you're working with, for a strategic partnership, you're really looking for somebody that knows how to fucking go grow their business. They know how to sell. They know how to get after it. They know how to build and keep going. What you don't want, as part of that, is people that do not know how to sell and open doors. Because if you get around strategic partners, you're going to open doors for them, but they're never going to open doors for you, and it doesn't make it a win-win situation. So first and foremost, you need to define what a badass strategic partner is for you, and set a very high bar for people being a part of your team. Once you have that defined, now it's just a matter of stacking up the people and measuring up against that measurement of, are they a badass? Do they actively sell? Do they actually go after it? Are they going after the same type of clients that I'm going after? Same level, same, ideal. And then as you're identifying these people, if you don't have them in your current Rolodex, now it's identifying specific industries that are fit the bill going after those same clients, and start reaching out. Start asking people, hey, let's say, like when I did sales training, advertising agencies were a great fit for me because their client base was huge. If I didn't have an advertising agency, it's a real simple ask. When you're in your networking groups, meetings, and the like, you're literally just saying, hey, I need to find a heavy hitter, CEO of an ad agency that's looking to bring in a lot more business. I ain't got shit to sell to them. I just need to make a strategic partnership.
Well, and I would think for that sales training, anyone that's a lead generation company would be huge, because the number one complaint they always get from clients is, well, your leads suck. Well, no, you just don't know how to close.
No, often we find the leads suck, but there is it's truth on both sides of the market. sales and marketing and that conversation, that'll be a whole nother episode of why they should be working together, but the 100 reasons they don't. But, it really comes down to strategic partnerships is you need to constantly be building that board of directors, constantly putting new people in, taking people out, and, they need to be running as hard as you are. And you also don't need to be the weakest link in that group, right? You need to be running as hard as they are. So
my special operations team is changing all the time. I'm always updating that page and adding people, taking people out as, business focuses shift and how aggressive people are being adjust based on where their business is. So yeah, it can be a very fluid group of people.
Yeah, for sure. So, I think the biggest thing for strategic partnerships, guys, is you understand that you need that elite special ops, board of directors, whatever you want to call it, group of people that are proactively working on growing their businesses together. They're working very diligently to scale and grow, go after the same size and style of targets. Identify what a badass is that should be a part of that group, and then go get them. And add them into your group and constantly be, adding to, and I keep the group small, right? You don't need a big group of people doing this. You're looking for a small strategic group to get after it. And always, guys, if you got any value out of this episode, do us a favor and teach somebody else how to subscribe to this. Get them, grab their phone, subscribe it to whatever they're listening to or watching it on. It means everything to us. We'll catch you next time. See ya.